Hey guys, it's Bethany Finch with American Made Home Solutions, and it's Win Wednesday. A lot of people are talking about ways that they can make extra income, whether it's income for retirement or whether it's income just to meet expenses right now, or whether it's income to go and do something on their bucket list. People are talking about different ways to make money besides just getting up and going to their W-2.
You just want more money.
When people talk about these conversations, things that come up are always, how much time do I have? How much time is it gonna take? And how much money can I actually make? Those are very valid questions that always need to be asked, because at the end of the day, we all only have 24 hours in our day, and we can't make more of it.
We could try.
So when you take inventory of how much time you have in your day, many people often find that they'll have anywhere between 1 to 4 hours that they could commit to something every single night, and not including weekends. So if you're being conservative, let's think about that. If you have only, let's just say one hour a night, 5 days a week, that's 5 hours in a week. If you feel like you can do 2 hours on a Saturday and 2 hours on a Sunday, now that's an extra 4 hours. Now you're at 9 hours. 9 hours in a week that you could potentially put towards something. Now let's compensate that in a month. 9 times 4, that's 36. You almost have a full another 80 or 40-hour work week that you're able to utilize to bring in that extra income. And that's being very, very conservative. But we're going to talk about 4 ways that you can actually make money in real estate that are not only the most common ways, but ways that are the most lucrative. So the number 4 way that folks like to make money in real estate is they like to get a side gig. Many of you automatically think that means you have to go out and be a realtor, but that is so not true. There are so many other ways that you can make money in real estate without being the realtor. But if you know somebody who is a realtor, this is a good opportunity for you.
Opportunities like this are hard to find, Franklin.
Many of them have tons and tons of paperwork that they're having to do. So you can be a transaction coordinator and just do an hourly wage or a project per piece for every offer that you get submitted for them, things of this. And all you're doing is literally data entry, computer work from home. So you could actually get money by doing something as simple as that. Or maybe you're really good with numbers and spreadsheets and you love diving into things and researching. And if that's something that you enjoy doing, oftentimes we bring on folks that do just that for us. There's always numbers that we're analyzing on how our marketing is going, on how this market is handling this, how many new apartments are coming in. There's tons of data that's coming at us all the time. So again, something that you could totally do from home, doesn't have to be going to a work site or anything like that. It's pretty convenient and easy.
Count me in.
The number 3 way that people make money in real estate is through passive income. Now, passive income is in multiple forms. So this week, we're going to be talking specifically about passive income that is through rentals. Now, almost everybody, when they imagine making money in real estate, they imagine being a landlord. They go out, they buy a rental property, they put a tenant in it. Anytime something breaks, toilets and tenants, they're constantly dealing with it. That is what is called self-managed. So if you're buying single family homes and you're self-managing them, then that's exactly what you're doing, is you're doing all the work, and there's not much passivity to that.
That's too much work.
But if you're building a bigger model for your family, what you might do is invest in homes in a specific area, incorporate a property manager because you have multiple properties and the dollars and cents make sense to bring them on. And when you're doing that, they're the ones handling the toilets and tenants, and you don't have to do any of that, but you're paying them a fee to do so. When you think about that as a landlord, you then have to turn around to go, you have to go find those properties, you have to turn around and possibly renovate the properties, you have to find a tenant, you have to get it all ready, and if that's not in your market, that could be very unfeasible. Other times it may be in your market, but you just don't have time. You're too busy for that. So one of the things that we do at American Made Home Solutions is we provide turnkey rentals. What that term means we go to these great rental markets, we find the house, we renovate it, we put a good paying tenant in there, we put good property management in place, and then we turn around and we sell them back to other folks in other markets that want them. Why other markets? Because if it's in their local market, they're tempted to go fix it themselves. And that defeats the purpose, right? We're trying to capitalize on your time and your dollars, and we're trying to provide income that way. The nice thing about that is, as a turnkey rental, they can still utilize their retirement funds to purchase these rentals. They can utilize HELOCs to purchase these rentals. They can take out signature loans and different things. There's all kinds of ways that people can do this. And when your tenant is the one that's paying your mortgage each month, you don't sweat it and you don't worry about it. That's why it's important that you make sure it's a good tenant that's staying in and paying the bills every month, right? So that's the other benefit of having a property manager that finds that good tenant and puts that person in, takes care of the collections, and basically just sends you a check every single month for the difference. That's true passive income at that point.
That's the smartest thing I've ever heard.
The second way that we have found that people can create passive income that's active in the beginning and then it can become very passive. So much like you think of a landlord and going and finding a property and finding a tenant, the other side of that coin is those are what are called long-term rental properties. The other side of that is short-term rentals, which is what we do with executive rentals. As an executive rentals, if you imagine in your mind like Airbnb, only better. So executive rentals are geared towards corporate professionals, traveling nurses and doctors. There's a lot of people, especially through COVID, that were traveling for work and because of everything going on, needed more of an executive rental stay than an actual hotel because they don't have any place to prepare food in a hotel and most of the restaurants were shut down. So an executive rental is a great opportunity for you to cash flow quickly. And I said it's active in the beginning, right? Because you're setting it all up, you're staging it, you're getting it, all of the items and things in place that a renter who's there usually 30 to 90 days roughly, they're going to need, because you're trying to meet their needs, and the best way to do that. So one of the things that we've been able to do is we've been able to help folks two ways, right? They either come alongside and they intern with us and take care of some of this and learn how to do that. So they trade their time to learn how to do an executive rental, or they don't have as much cash accessible to say go out and buy their own rental. So we have opportunities where they're able to invest in executive rentals. And when they do, they get the cash coming in from that interest on their executive rental investment, but they're also learning at the same time. So it's a great win-win opportunity with the executive rentals to also provide passive income. Now, obviously coming on as the investor is the most passive income. We're doing all the work. You're just turning in those funds and getting the money and the return on it. But some people want more and they'd like to do more. They're thinking that they want to do more. So it's a great way for you to try it out and see. So the 4 ways that we're talking about you can make money in real estate. Number 4 being you could actually trade your time. We broke it down a little bit into how much time per week, and you could actually do some work on the side for a real estate investor as a mentor or mentee, mentorship, internship. There we go. Or working for a realtor, doing side jobs for them, or paperwork or data entry, any number of things. Underwriting, all kinds of different opportunities. The third way that we mentioned is you could actually become a landlord. You could go out, buy a single family rental, become a landlord, place a tenant, get them in there, repair the toilets, take care of everything when it's necessary, and move on from there. That may be out of your price range if you're in certain markets across our country, but if it's not, then you're welcome to do that. It is a lot of work. There's not much passivity to it. It's very active. But if you do your numbers wisely, you could also utilize a property manager to help bring that back down. The second way we talked about was through executive rentals. Executive rentals are a tremendous opportunity for those of you looking to invest that don't have the typical $50,000 to $80,000 in startup funds, but do have a smaller amount to learn how to do an executive rental and or just do some investment in a smaller, faster, shorter scale where you're still making good money and good return on your money, but it's also, again, backed by real estate. So with that being said, the number one way is through a multifamily syndication. All of these are opportunities that we have available through American-Made Home Solutions, and each one is different and unique, provides different risks, and it also provides different opportunities for different kinds of folks. Some of you have time on your hands. Some of you have money on your hands. Each one is different and the solution looks different. So if you're not sure which one is going to be right or best for you, then you're going to want to click on the link below to schedule a free consultation with us where we'll sit down and look at your individual situation, provide some opportunities, and then you can decide which might be best. You won't know until you get more information. Once you get that information, then you can make the best decision for your family. And that's what we want. We here at American-Made Home Solutions want you to feel good about all the decisions that you make when it comes to your investments, when it comes to your time, so that in turn, you then are also accomplishing your individual goals for your family. Are you looking at ways to try to find and make extra income, but don't know how? You're trying to provide for your child's college. You're trying to buy a car that's not going to break down every 2 weeks. You're trying to not just meet the normal bills, but you want to take your family on a vacation. Maybe it's not even that. Maybe you're just trying to provide for your retirement that you know is not going to happen in the next 5 years based on your 401k at your W-2 job. With that being said, you're going to want to download my free PDF of 25 ways to make money in real estate. When you download this, you're going to have an arsenal of different things that you can do. Until next time, we'll see you again on the next Win Wednesday. Bye for now.